Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I woke up, I had gotten over it, and I woke up again with my lower back hurting, and I didn't like pull it or anything. It's like I slept funny or something, and I wake up and my lower back is giving me a hard time. This is the worst thing that can happen to you, because the lower back is just, it's one of those things, you'll just be walking and all of a sudden it'll just pull the wrong way and you feel like your whole body's collapsing, but it's the worst pain that you can experience. To me, it's just awful. And it recently, I think I just haven't been walking enough, and so that's, I think, ultimately the solution is just to do some more walking. But it's just, the lower back just seems to be a constant issue with me. Okay, I'm sorry to talk about that. Let's go. NBK Crypto at NBKLYRAD sent me this. This is from XRP Research Center at XRP Center. June 10th, 2019, that's today. Ripple is about to announce the opening of a new office in Brazil to serve Latin America. The official announcement will be made during the CIAB Febraban held on June 11th and 13th in I know I'm not saying that right, Sao Paulo. But this is an article from Cointelegraph is what they're tweeting. Well, XRP Crypto Wolf came in and expounded on this. Ripple launches Brazilian office, eyes further expansion in South America. Ripple wants to bring more clients to its payment network, RippleNet, targeting Brazil and all of South America. Remember that Brazil is the next X-Rapid corridor. That's a good little reminder. Ripple is launching educational training programs with major universities in Brazil, like University of, there it is again. I'll just leave that name alone. Investment in education will play a key role in promoting blockchain, while the research in the field is expected to expand career opportunities. Folks, this is just the Ripple pipeline is expanding. I like to think of all of this. I like to think of X-Current and X-Rapid and what Ripple's doing as the laying of an oil pipeline. The pipeline is expanding, and all of a sudden that oil can flow all further and further to further and further reaches of the world. Or the expansion of the railroad back in the day, where they had to lay tracks. The invention of the railroad was great, but without the tracks, it was worthless. And we've been watching Ripple lay down those railroad tracks for the last year or two. Really, the last 7 years they've been laying those tracks. Just imagine what happens one day when they're able to put the train on those tracks and push the button to go. All right, next from C3 Nick at C3_Nick, give him a follow. G20 official release. Communicate G20 finance ministers and central bank governors meeting. Technological innovations, including those underlying crypto assets, can deliver significant benefits to the financial system and the broader economy. And then down here, G20 finance ministers and central bank governors meeting, and he's got a link to it. And then he has a satire part here that says crypto is dead. Yeah, right. So this is all huge, folks. It's so much bigger than you even realize. Everything in my gut tells me that. Brian Melancholy XRP at Mike Honcho _11. Now, he sent me something very interesting, and this starts with XRP Yoda. At XRP Yoda is a definite follow in the community. What this is a slide from the IMF's website, okay, from their media files. Now look closely at this slide, folks. This is reducing payment friction, cost per international payments transaction, average for 2013 to 2015. Main scope, transformation program. Payment operations, 9%. Vostro liquidity, 34%. Claims and treasury operations, 27%. And look at this. Okay? Look closely at that symbol right there. What is that? Go down here. from King Solomon, who's also a great follow in the XRP community, at XRP_owl. Says, surprising this didn't get more likes. Great find, Yoda. It's got image trademark, computer software for facilitating payments over electronic communications networks in the form of fiat currency, owned by Ripple Labs Inc. Wowzers. The symbol that you're looking at here, owned by Ripple Labs. Well, here's something else interesting that when I saw that was not my first thought, Ripple Labs. My first thought was that it looked an awful lot like Stellar's symbol, their new symbol that they came out with recently. Just something worth noting. Okay, now, what I want you to look at is McKinsey & Company. Who is McKinsey & Company? Okay, it's important when you see this that we talk about McKinsey & Company, because here is the Wikipedia on McKinsey & Company. It's an American worldwide management consulting firm. It conducts qualitative and quantitative analysis to evaluate management decisions across public and private sectors, widely considered the most prestigious management consultancy. McKinsey's clientele includes 80% of the world's largest corporations and an extensive list of governments and nonprofit organizations. Now, I want to go down to here and show you this. This is McKinsey & Company, their influence. Many of McKinsey's alumni become CEOs of major corporations or hold important government positions. In doing so, they influence the other organization with McKinsey's values and culture. McKinsey's alumni have been appointed as CEOs or high-level executives at Google, American Express, Boeing, IBM, Westinghouse Electric, Sears, AT&T, PepsiCo, and Enron. McKinsey alumni have held positions with Tony Blair's office, Citicorp, Merrill Lynch, and it goes on and on and on. So these guys are putting out a report for the IMF, and they are more this consultancy firm has more connections throughout the world, the largest and most the wealthiest corporations across the world, and they seem to think that digital assets are going to be involved in flows here soon. Unbelievable. Okay, Caitlin Long. Now this, I'm not going to go through this entire slide, but I will read this first part. Caitlin Long is in the, she put out this tweet. She's on the blockchain task force. Predictions about what Facebook's cryptocurrency means. Grab the popcorn, because I analyzed the publicly disclosed info to make 6 predictions, of which 2 will be controversial, and then 2 and 6, I guess. Let's see what 2 and 6 are, since she said those are going to be controversial. First prediction: Facebook's stablecoin will be a positive force in developing countries. Second, Facebook will pay interest to its users. Its cryptocurrency which will eventually lead to populist calls to repeal subsidies at the heart of the U.S. banking system. And then 6 is her other controversial call. Well, I don't know if she meant 6th here or the 6th call, but we'll read this. 5th, Facebook's regulatory reporting program will open new discussions. Not only will we see how many of Facebook's 2.3 billion users are real, cryptocurrency users must pass identity verification. But discussions about Facebook's privacy and power are about to extend to money. That part of it would make me nervous, folks, and even being on Facebook. Okay, next, C3 Nick replied to her, and he says, Facebook has been storing passwords as plain text. They give a damn about privacy. Who will ever trust Facebook, especially with money? I hope no one does. But people forget. I'm with C3 Nick on this one. Okay, Bank XRP. WireX announces launch of new WireX token through IEO on OKX. Now, here's all I'm going to say about WireX. WireX is one of these platforms. Of the platforms I have seen, the Binance token and Crypto.com's token have done really well. I've seen times when they've done really well over the past year. So don't ignore some of these tokens that are being put out by these platforms that have existing user bases. It could be interesting. Right now I don't have any plans to get any WireX tokens, but who knows? Maybe down the road. Next, I thought this was interesting. Organic organic FUD. Sent this to Tiffany Hayden, and for those of you that don't know who Tiffany Hayden is, she's probably, I would say she's probably the most influential person, Ripple person on, or in the XRP community on social media. I guess that's the right way to say it. She's got tons of followers and very smart. Are you saying CSW is suing you for defamation for claiming he did not create Bitcoin? And then she put up a video, which she doesn't do often. I'm saying that I think I finally figured out who Satoshi is, but because of Craig S. Wright's and Calvin Ayers' threat, I guess they're threatening to sue her. I don't know anything about that. I can't share this information without risk of being sued. So she says in here, she puts her hand over her mouth and says that she might know who Satoshi is or something to that effect. But go and watch it and see for yourself. Next, got this from Brian Melancholy XRP at Mike Honcho _11. Sent me this tweet, which is great. Big. This is from at Dan Rocky. Big. SendFriend confirms X-Rapid payment service to the Philippines this month. There is much talk who will use XRP for cross-border payment, but here is one for sure. And according to Brad Garlinghouse, we are going to see many more of these in 2019. That is a big boom right there, folks. Big. All right, crypto utility guy. I'm not going to go into these two articles, but what he says here, which is quotes from the article, speaks for itself. Bank of England chief economist, crypto has huge potential, and Bank of England has piloted Ripple's technology. I know that for a fact. We've seen the documentation. Crypto utility guy 7 again. BitMEX, crypto compare and Refinitiv to jointly build real-time crypto futures data set. And I think that kind of speaks for itself too. So I won't go into that article, but thank you to the crypto utility guy. And finally, this guy, I saw his handle the other day, and I actually, he sent me a message and I sent him one back. If it was, I think it was a video of himself or a picture of himself, and he calls himself XRP Tony Stark. And I don't think it was a picture of Tony Stark. I think it was a picture of him. And I told him, I said, you actually look like Tony Stark. But he puts this up, and I thought this would be a good thumbnail probably for this video. Still love how this looks in my office. So XRP Tony Stark, I am about to put your picture in the thumbnail of this video. So everybody's going to get to see your great picture on your wall. And don't quote me on this, but I think that painting there, I can't remember. Is it the crypto guy that did that painting, or it was I'll remind you all if I find out after this, but it seems like the crypto guy did that. But I'll correct that if it's not. I mean, crypto man is what I'm trying to say. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button, and tell your friends and family to go check out XRP Tony Stark. Thanks for listening.